Hello everyone, this is Miraclex, and welcome to episode 5 of Blender Chat. Today, on Blender Chat, it's going to be my final episode of the whole season. And it's going to be quite a unique episode. For today's title is Episode 5, Let's Build a House. So, before we get started, I'll give you a brief history of, for one, why I love Blender, and for two, what got me started. Well, let's start out how I started. Well, when I was in high school, I got to take a class called AutoCAD, and it was the first time I ever discovered that you could be able to make designs besides architect on computers. Nowadays is like a common thing, and a lot of people took upon that sort of skills and degree with their careers and achieved a lot of wonderful things, a lot of famous structures. But one unique thing what got me into AutoCAD was not only that there was a lot of rules and a lot of ways how you can make certain objects, but just the skill model of using different commands that's different now than it was back then. Just for example, let's take away the key, just give you a quick example. And from the program, it shows nothing but a blank, but let's look at it from the sky right here. So, I'm gonna go to edit mode really quick, and I'm gonna take out some vertices until left of 1. So you'll see. As you can see, in my lesson when I learned first time with AutoCAD, we're starting with one little vertex. And usually you have your commands, and if you press L for line, here it doesn't do much. Press L, it doesn't do anything. But back in the day, when you press L, it prepares you saying, okay, making a line, but they want to know what directions you're going to and how far. And to do that, you have to type in the coordinates of where you're going to. So, what I got to learn is like you press, so you say line, it's L, and then the direction is where you're going to x-axis. If you're going towards the right side, positive, left side is negative. So you say X and say 1, 2, 3 cubes to put a line to go in there. But for Blender, it's you extrude by pressing E, and then if you extrude from the X, and you press 3, you get the same line. See, something simple like that. But you can do that by also, let's see if we can show off. Yes, here in the units where it says unit system, there's metric, imperial. See, so you can be able to change the length for feet, inches, miles, adaptive, thus. To fit what you want to do. For example, let's say inches, and all the other tab right here, the length you want it to be with, and stuff separated the unit. Oh. Anyway, you normally like type in the which direction you're trying to go to, and it'll do that. Let's say we're going to go down from the y-axis, so I press E to extrude, and Y, and then I click on -2, and look what happened. See, I didn't move this down, just let you see that, okay? So I see it from here, see that? Extrude, then Y, then -2 to go down, and look at that. 2 cubes down. And it's like really awesome from what I learned from AutoCAD. And it's just something simple like that, you know? And what got me into Blender was seeing all those demos that was showing reels on YouTube, and I was thinking to myself like, let me learn how to do one. So my first video I got to learn from how to do YouTube was from Blender Guru and Blender for Noobs, and they teach you how to make certain things, except for what for myself is that Blender Guru, when I got to learn, was on like a higher level than the ones that I got to learn that I should have started with. And with that, I decided to challenge myself and see what things I could be able to make, and it popped in my head. It's like, if I'm able to do this, can I make the animations? Then I got to learn how to do animations. Then decided to just branch out and see how far can I be able to go to. So for this, I'll show you the steps of what I've learned to begin with on how to make a 3D house, and everything else that you're gonna see is on your ability to change the colors and the way things work. So to get it started, we first need a blueprint. So to get a blueprint, we first try to figure out what the shape of the house should be. Okay, everyone. Now that I have the blueprint to make our house, I just wanted to let you know that you can download any of a blueprint that you like, online, and all you have to do is just like when you go towards taking materials, you can just go where it says the image and use it as a background or plane, and you'll get what you see on your screen. So this is a simple house. You get to see the designs, what they have around, you know. So what I would do is, for example, when I look around and see what I need to build first, and the best way to know about it is usually projects like they have like the outside, how far it is, a way to type in. For example, right here it tells you uh, the size of a certain area you can be able to take, and you, like I taught you before, when you click on unit, you can be able to type in and do all that. But there's a much simpler way, and it involves to get just a simple plane. So let's go to this corner of the house as we zoom in, and I'm going to show you just a small example of what you can do. So I click on and make a plane and have it there, and what I do is press G and then Y and bring it up. Let's go back so you can be able to see where it is. Look at that. There we go. So, like I said before, since we have this, let's move it. So there's the X, and we'll make it smaller as much as we can, just to fit in a little corner. Let's move it down. There's the X, and you see, just something simple like that. So click there, press Y on top to get the corner. So you can see that. Alright. So you can be able to see just a little bit of it. To get the corner. There we go. And what I can do, you have to cover every inch of the area of the house, of the walls. And the best way to do this is once you have your material, you go to edit. See right here. Let's see. Do that. Click. Yep. Got that. There we go. Good. And we're going to do for vertex. And nice. Alright. What I can do is I click on the circle select. You can see that. And what I can do is I can go to select these two vertices. And I'm going towards this corner. So usually when I make the shapes, I just press E to extrude, and the directions are going to X, and sometimes I can drag it right there. But there is a much simpler way. What you can do is, once you have the selected vertices, you can go towards the direction you're trying to snap towards, and the way you can snap is you basically hold shift where you want to let the vertex goes, and then double click. It was before. Is it shift or is it control? Oh, it is control. Alright. I get those two confused, but yeah, what you do if you control button on your keyboard, you can be able to snap to the directions that you want to go. So let's see, move it down a little bit. Move it down. There we go. It's like we want to match up, and it makes it much easier, way easier. So the same thing. Select the vertices. You hold down control, double click the area, and you can move it around where you want, because it can move anywhere you feel like it to go. As you can see. And once you get to this gap, for example, like this, right? Click control, move it over here, and then you just move it around. See that, and then press R to rotate, as you can see. And this is really important. When you have like those squares right here, it divides it. So if you're holding on to another vertices, you can be able to go to directions where you're trying to go to line everything up. And especially, for example, if you select these and go to the part right here in the design form, these are like the windows, and like I said before, snap right here and do the same thing, snap over there. And once you have that, you just keep going the same way until you wrap around the house. So if you keep doing that, you end up like this. And just to show you an example, this house has been wrapped around. Let's see, I take out that mode, click here, click on edit mode. That's for that one, that's blueprint. Click on here, edit mode, and you see, you just basically select it's acting a little bit weird. Anyway, you basically just do the same thing for every parts of the house, and just don't worry about for the other designs right there, for the doors, stuff like that. Just cover everything up as best as you can, and once you're ready, you can be able to cover the insides, and I'll show you how. Okay, now like I said before, you basically once you get the areas, you have to sometimes leave a gap or make a square to stick onto them. Let's go show you a quick example for the doors. You click on an area, so let's say circle select, click right here, and click on from there. And what I can do is go up top right here, says edge, and click on bridge, and it snaps. You see? And you can double tap A or click out, and for the Blender 2.8 beta, which is really cool, you can be able to do this, and same thing with this right here to close it. you can see. Alright. I'm going to select these two. So it's circle select here and here. The same thing. There we go. Once you did that, all you have to do is let's do it right. Sometimes it gets weird when it gets really touchy. Okay, good. So what I do is I'm using the right click on the mouse. I go towards the line, hold shift, then click on the line, and you can be able to select what you want to do. But to select everything all at once, all you have to do is hold shift and alt and then click, and it selects everything else. As you can see, the lines going all together. If it matches up, you see, and all you have to do is press F and you fill up the one room. See how nice that is? And all you have to do the same thing with every room. You can see. I see all the materials right here I was looking upon what I can put on for the floors, which you'll see on later. Which in this lesson I eventually don't really need to use it because there's new techniques that I got to learn. So I was using this as an example. And these are, let's see, go right here. I click on one of them. And you see, this is part for the floors. But I don't really need that. I'm just trying to show you an example we can be able to use for the floors. But if you just follow the way how I showed you previously, all you have to do is just snap around, just make this filler. That's what the F is for, is just to fill the area of your geometry. And you do the same thing with the whole room until you get it to look like this. Alright, and then once you fill for each room, it looks like this. And then next, all you have to do is to select all the corners that you made around the whole house, as you can see, and then you extrude upwards. And once you do that, you basically put it as high as you want it to be, but not too well high. Just remember when you do the sides for the window, just go, you can count for a few cubic feet, like say 3, and then go up 4, and then you get results like this. As you can see. Isn't that awesome? And for, you can be able to see from the front of the house, it doesn't look so much, but certain areas, as you can be able to see, let's see, take this right here, you can be able to clear off with the areas where they had the windows, and all you have to do is just select the areas. You can see that, and let's Let's see if I can point that downwards like that. And then you just click on the faces to remove those. Do the same thing inside. So you can see that. And there you go. You made your own little window. So you're able to see inside the house. And you do the same designs everywhere to match up to the print. So that's what got me really extremely happy when I got to learn that you can be able to build houses like this way. And you don't really have to add so much stuff, but of course you can make a foundation just by grabbing the bottom parts of the model and it extrudes down and you make your own foundation. But you see, everything lines up with it. I've created from this particular map. So the thing that's really cool about this is not only that you can make a model of the house, you can change up what you want. It doesn't have to be like whatever design is shows up here. You can just change whatever you like as what you like to enjoy from it. So as you can see, and the one cool thing that I really enjoy about Blender is that if I scroll down here, right, let's see, go towards this way, right, so you can see, and then I click on, press spacebar, and then type in walk, navigation, and as you can see, you can be able to put yourself like an area that you can be able to test around if you want to make it as a, I don't know, like a video game, so you'll be able to see like first person view. That's what it looks like when you go inside and see what you made. And all you have to do is just follow the blueprints exactly. As you can see, there's nothing outside. So yeah, this is the cool part. And then whenever you feel like in a bind, like you're stuck somewhere like this, can't move anywhere, all you do is just right click and you're out of there. See how cool that is? Now I'm going to show you the part for the house that's close to be done, but you'll see what I did. So let's take care of everything else. Alright. Okay. To add the materials, as you can see, we're going to click on for the floor. So we first click on the house we're doing the model in and click edit. And what we do is we have the select the face, so we can click select here, and I'm going to make it to be the same tiles as down here. So what I do is because I have that selected. Click on assign, and sometimes it may not show up, and I'll show you why it wouldn't do that. So click over here, shading. As you can see, all you need to do is, once you go in top view, you click on the U on your keyboard, and then click on project from view, and then just basically there's a UV wrap over it, and usually on the side right here it will show up what you have selected for. Okay. Let's see if we can be able to turn this one off. The ambient inclusion. Okay. Anything else that I'm missing? Alright, let's see. A layer. Oh, okay. I see what I did there. Even though it looked like a good tile, look like sand. Alright. To actually fix that problem, same thing. Go back to tab. You have a selector right there. There's 7 on top. Press U, and you can click on the cube, and you see you get a tile back. You can see that. Then press U again, and you can just do the either from the unwrap, or you can be able to zoom into the other part. So you see there's multiple. So say go back to cube. If I wanted to, I can just zoom into this part, so you don't have to worry about that part right there. Zoom into this, right? Click on that. Click on what I'm seeing. And then click on object, and there you go. All individual tiles. Isn't that cool? You can do the same thing with everything around the house. Whatever material you like to use. So you can be able to go on and decorate the house. That's whatever you like. You can paint the house. For example, let's select everything. Double A. Let's see. Then we deselect the stuff that we don't need to color. So from here. Select everything. There we go. Find the center. Now, if you want to cover like the whole building in a certain color, you just basically select A, select everything, then deselect the areas that you don't want. For example, this one, um, this one, as you can see. It's much easier. So you select everything else from the house. So once that's done, what you do is click right here, add new materials, make this new, and let's make the inside of the house a little bit light blue. Let's show an example. Add towards it, and there you go. So now you can see all the nice things all around. So you have a better look. Plus, so it gives you an edge if you're making a model house for, I don't know, like for a game or making a studio for something else. It's whatever your mind can imagine. Then next, after you have put everything you like, put the materials on, design for the house, you can see a little glimpse. You can make models inside for the house. You can see made a fireplace. I even add materials on the floor. You can see that all matching up to what I like to put on for the household. Is that neat? So for the chimney, what should I say, fireplace, I just basically use the design for the house. As you can see, if I can be able to select the house, edit, and all I did is just select, like, the faces, and then form it up to look like this. Then I added the materials to look like a brick, and made a little area right there, so it'll look like a fireplace, as you can see. And it looks really nice. Now, the typical thing is like when you see the house, different materials, like, okay, cool, it's flat, you just put it on there, but you want to see the actual reasoning why certain textures, what I made for the image processor, how it comes to life. And it all starts out with the lighting. So see the scene lighting. Now we get in there. Alright, like that. World, the lighting, and look at that. See how some of that is? Light can reflect there, but you can see that more of a detail towards the lights it doesn't. Alright. That's an image processor, so I go here to shading. since I have that selected, this is the only thing that's new I did, is that I added, for the diffuse, added the hue, and what I can be able to change is not only that I can put the materials for what I want, I can be able to change the outcome of the colors that I wanted to see for the rug. For example, let's change it to a different color, green. Let's see. Let's do 1.5. See, magenta, saturation, bleak, more vibrant, the value. See? You change whatever you like for it. Go to 2, blue and green, to 8, yellow. It's whatever you feel comfortable. It matches up with the house, even though it doesn't look good for that one. Let's see. 3, purple, 4, good, 7, green. I can put a way to there. Inches up. So I make it blindly. There we go. So you'll be able to change it whatever you like for it. There we go. Changes whatever the mood you like. That's the only thing I added that was new for the image processor. So you can be able to change the colors for materials. The same thing with the wood. So it doesn't have to always look the way how it came about. You can change it whatever you like. And let's see. Also, you can be able to invert it. So let's see if we can try this. Okay, so get the shading. Let's see if it's shading. No. Inverter math. There we go. Color invert. So go over here. As you can see, materials. I can be able to change that. And you see, instead of green outside is blue. Change this back. Ooh, doesn't look good. So you can be able to have fun with it. Whatever suits to you. As you can see. Showing you just a fine example what you can be able to do. The next, okay. Next, what you need to do is, after you added everything else, See a little preview on the bottom. You can make your own design for a kitchen. Like I did right here. I made the handles, the stove, the counter. Even seems too bright. And it's because I've added so many lights. If you want to see how much lights I have, go to shading. Look at that. It's to light up a house. Like I said before, just add the doors, and then you can be able to add materials over the house just to make it more in depth. You can see right here, trying to color the outline, hit towards that. So this is really cool. And once you do that, then you go to another step, which I took time to make. So, and it's basically making the second floor. So, for you to be able to start doing the second floor, all you have to do is you click on for the house, and edit, you line it up, you basically select like the vertex from up here, so you see the full house, and for the back, click for those, and all you have to do is just select the top part, press E, and extrude up, so you can make the second floor. Let's see. But to make it look better, you first cover the areas so you can make the floor, and the parts that you don't want to cover, you just keep it out. Like for the patio part, you don't really need it. You can just pick up the stuff that you want from the outside and then work yourself in. So like I said before, just cover the stuff up. All these cubes right here, doing the faces, do like that. Just select all the ones and then remember to erase by pressing circle. And then you have a middle mouse scroll wheel, you can just click on it and you'll deselect the parts that you don't want. And then when you click for this right here, for the transparency, you can be able to erase the stuff that's wedged in. And all you have to do is just select all the parts, and then, you know, press E to extrude, press Z if it can go up, and you can build up your wall. Now once you have that covered, and you can be able to, once you add the walls, you lift the house up. And I'm trying to show you a little look of it. If you set up your camera, if you try to make a scene, how light hits certain areas, you can make whatever model you like for it. Now, we're gonna go upstairs and see what we can get. Since we covered up upstairs, you can see, look at that. nothing but a green space and a ceiling. It's all covered up, like I said before. Made the walls, and sometimes you have materials like this that can stretch out. They can be able to fix. You just click on this, edit, faces. You can see that. Click on cube, as you can see. And then you can go to the UV editor. You can see on the top. It's been selected. So you can see that. And then you can be able to scale it by pressing S to shape it as the way you want it to be looking like. And then when you have it, you select everything, and there you go. Then all you have to do is make a roof, and best way for this, I made the roof so I'm able to take in and out the action. So you're doing like a dollhouse kind of way, and how it reflects with everything. So look all nice and neat. And the same thing is that you look for materials that you want. All you have to do is just select the areas as triangles, fill them in like I explained with the materials. Let's make a nice house, and you also can be able to make a little corner right here to make it really look very nice. So there we go. This has been Miracle, and this is Let's Build a House. And I really appreciate each and every one who viewed it and they got to enjoy how to make a model house just by using a simple blueprint. And you can design it whatever you like. So, but before I leave, let me close this door right here and press R and Z. You can see it and close it. And take this one away. There we go. Make this wider. Move it. Let's see, a little bit up. There we go. Move to the X. There we go. And there you go. Closing down our house. Put in this corner for the camera. Control Alt and 0 to center it. And you can be able to start your little video. Now, enjoy this.